Detroit basketball.
Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we got some more information coming out for you guys. So the Pistons have decided to give a shot to Cassius Stanley. Now, before we get more into Cassius, I just wanted to quickly mention some other updated information from the Pistons. So on October 9th, I'm gonna put the image on the screen right now. If anybody out there lives in Michigan, you have an opportunity to go to a open practice from the Detroit Pistons. That is going on October 9th. If anybody decides to go to that, please send me the information. If you are allowed to record any videos, send me the videos. I want to know anything and everything that happens at that practice. So if you guys end up going to that practice, send me any and all information that you find there. Also wanted to quickly mention, this happened about 2 days ago. Anthony Tark is going to be on the training camp roster for the Detroit Pistons. So those are the two, quick information things that I wanted to give you guys. But let's get back to Cassius Stanley. So I know most of you guys probably don't know who Cassius Stanley is because he hasn't made much impact in the NBA, but I know full in detail who exactly Cassius Stanley is. So let's go back in time. Let me give you a brief history on who he is as a player. So Cassius, he played at Sierra Canyon. If you don't know where that is, that's the same place where Bronny James is currently playing. That's where most of the top high school athletes who play in California, that's the main high school that they end up going to play sports like basketball and football. Sierra Canyon was the place that he went to, and Cassius Stanley, while he is at Sierra Canyon, was one of the most hyped basketball players in recent history. Similar to Jalen Green, similar to Zion Williamson, Dennis Smith Jr., just similar to any hyped high school basketball player with extreme popularity. Cassius, he was never as good as someone like Zion in high school, but he still had the hype and popularity as someone like Zion or Jalen Green or any of the top guys. Cassius Stanley was another hyped, very popular high school basketball player. He was ranked 32 coming out of high school, and he decided to commit to Duke. Now, I do believe that he made a mistake when he decided to go to college, and what I mean by that is he decided to be a one and done type of player, and I have issue with that when it comes to a player like Cassius, because he was not ready to transition to the NBA level. I believe that Cassius needed a cool 3, maybe even 4 years in college before he should have entered to the draft, because he got drafted late in the second round and is obviously on the Pistons now, barely making our training camp roster. I believe if he would have stayed 3 to 4 years in college, he would have been more developed and probably would have been taken late first round, maybe early second round, not late second round like he ended up being. So what ended up happening is that he came to the NBA, he played for the Indiana Pacers, he spent some time in the G League. Most of you guys seen him last year in the dunk contest, so we did see him do that. Didn't stay on the Pacers, and now he's in the position that he's in right now on the Detroit Pistons. Now, who he is as a player, I want to get into the specifics of who he is as a player. So the first thing about Cassius, as you guys have probably seen in the highlights that I put in this video, he's extremely athletic, extremely fast, quick, agile, and he can dunk the basketball flat out. That's the biggest thing about him. He is a highlight player ready to happen. He can dunk that dang basketball. The next thing about him that you should know is that he's a score first 2 guard. He is not someone who you're going to expect to play defense on this team. That's not what he does. If he is going to contribute anything to this team on the training camp roster, or if he somehow gets to the G League, if he's going to contribute in any way, it's going to be scoring. He's not a defensive first player. He is a scoring first player. And that's basically all that you need to know about him offensively. I do believe that he needs to work on his shooting, his ball handling, and just overall comfortability with playing at the NBA level. Because as I said, he's just not there right now. He is not an NBA caliber player at the moment, in my personal opinion. As I said, he should have spent multiple years in college so that he can become more polished. But he didn't decide to do that. He's in the position that he's in right now. And on this team, at best, he plays on a training camp team. Maybe he performs, maybe he somehow gets a chance to play on the G League squad, but that's the best case scenario for someone like Cassius. I just believe that long term he will not be on the Pistons roster, and that we will see him gone very quickly. I'm not trying to hate on him, no offense to him, but he's just not really NBA caliber right now. He's not prepared to play on the main roster, and in terms of the G League, he needs a few years down there before we can see him develop and contribute. And I know a lot of people are saying, why is Troy Weaver going after someone like a Derek Walton Jr.? Why is he going after someone like a Cassius Stanley, a point guard and a 2 guard? Why would he bring these guys on the squad? And my explanation for that is, in my personal opinion, from what I've observed, it appears to me that Troy Weaver, his idea with this is, hey, we have Killian Hayes, we have Frank Jackson, we have guards, Hamidou Diallo, we have guys at the 1 and the 2 position. But you never know who can pop and who can flake. So why not just add a bunch of guys like a Cassius Stanley or someone like a Derek Walton Jr. Just throw random guys on the training camp squad, random guys in the G League, and see who ends up popping, because we have our guys in Killian Hayes, we have our Frank Jacksons, we have our Hamidou Diallos, you know, we already have our point guards of the future who we believe will be main contributors for us. But can we add a few bench pieces here and there? Take a shot on someone like Cassius, or take a shot on someone like Derek Walton Jr. Take a few shots on these type of guys, see if they become something. If they do, it's a benefit for us. If they don't, then hey, you just took a shot on someone, you can release them, don't have to worry about them long term in the future. That's what I believe Troy Weaver is doing right now. He's just experimenting, he's just trying out some guys to see who has the potential to pop. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Cassius Stanley. To wrap this video up, I just want to say no hate to Cassius Stanley. He's a few years away. Don't see him staying long term in the Detroit Pistons, but he is fun and exciting to watch. He can dunk the basketball, throw down some freak crazy slams, quick, fast, all of that. He needs to work on multiple areas. He's very raw right now, but I do believe that maybe somewhere down the line he will get an opportunity to prove himself. It's just right now on the Detroit Pistons, he's gonna get the opportunity, but he won't really succeed because he's not ready to be an NBA player. So like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 3K, and I'm out.